It's often said the most painful experience a human being can endure is childbirth. But that's so disgustingly wrong. The most painful experience humans can endure is school board meetings. The amount of absolute lunacy there is off the charts. Listening to the crazy people at school board meetings is like sticking your head into a wood chipper, except the wood chipper's at least a lot faster at killing you. Listening to these people is a slow, agonizing death.
It's never been about your health. It's never been about your health. It's about control and compliance. And let me tell you something. Go home tonight and take one of these spoons and put it on your vaccination spot. Guess what? It's going to stick to you.
Well, if you say so, I'll try this little Bill Nye experiment. Son of a bitch, come on. God, I wish it would stick to me. I'd love to be like Magneto, but unfortunately, this is a false prophet. She's shitting and spitting lies. This magnetism conspiracy has been popping off recently, and I think it's a really entertaining one. I can't even be mad about it. People genuinely think getting a vaccine is going to turn you into some kind of metal-bending monster from the Avatar universe or something. It's so fucking goofy. Like, this is magic tricks that you do for children at a birthday party, like where you put a toothpick on your thumb and tape it down, so that way when you put your thumb back, it looks like it disappeared, and you convince them it's gone forever, and you blow their mind. Like, this is like the same shit you do there, like, son, come here, I have something to show you, and keep this a secret. I'm a superhero, look. I'm Magnet Man. Spoons stick to me. These people actually have the brains of children. It's so fucking wild. And for some reason, almost all of them are parents. Usually when you think of someone stupid, you picture like the stereotypical eating glue, doing something reckless like playing chicken with a train. But now, over the last year or so, when I think of something stupid and someone really fucking dumb, I picture a parent. Like, someone that looks like this lady. This lady is dressed like she's trying to disguise herself as an alligator. Like she's trying to go undercover in a zoo exhibit to infiltrate the alligators.
Get in a corner, get into some silence and some meditation. Hopefully some of you believe in God. And pray and check in with yourself or whoever you answer to and ask, is this something normal? To have metal stick to you?
Lady, anything can stick to you if you're sweaty and greasy enough, which I'm sure you know all about. I also don't know why she's bringing God into this. He must be so embarrassed when people like this throw his name around.
Is this human? No. And guess what else? You take a black light flashlight and shine it on your veins, and you're now going to glow in the black light. Because guess what? You're no longer human. You're 2.0s, and we are afraid of you.
Everything she's saying sounds fucking awesome. She's a great advertisement for the vaccine. You apparently get to be magnetized and glow in the dark. She calls you a 2.0, so you're an upgraded version of humans. Like, goddamn, if I was anti-vax and I heard her speech, I would be the first one in line to get vaccinated right now. I would be voting for her for class president, because these fucking wild promises sound incredible.
You shouldn't be afraid of us because you're shedding your spike proteins. And this is the reason why people are in the hospital. It's not the unvaccinated. It's the vaccinated.
These people often say that they do tons of research on their own, but I find that very hard to believe because there's no chance this lady can spell vaccination. So there's only one way she's getting this information. Through Facebook, baby. If ever there was a time to get religious, it's now. And pray to God that he will just wipe Facebook off the face of this planet. It's the only chance we have left.
It's the vaccinated, and guess what? The truth is coming out, everything is bubbling up, and you guys are disposable, and whoever you're puppeting, whoever you're parroting, they don't care about you.
When these imbeciles say things like this, it actually makes me sad, because they're convinced that they're not sheep, even though they are the actual sheep in this situation. They just parrot what they see in their Facebook groups, verbatim. They all say the exact same things. This is a school board meeting that just happened, and it is exactly the same shit that the last one we looked at a few months ago was saying. They're saying the identical things, the same rhetoric, nothing changes. They are literal sheep. But they are convinced that they're the only ones seeing the truth. It's an absolute tragedy, and it's a slippery slope. Once you believe one conspiracy like this, you believe every single one of them, because then it puts the mistrust of everything and everyone in your blood. It's a direct injection of delusion right into your bloodstream. So while she believes all this magnetism vaccination shit, I am sure she is also going to start believing in flat earth as well, because they all stem from the same idea. You can't trust anyone but the Facebook groups that suck on your dick and titties and make you feel good, make you feel smart. You can't trust anyone else. The experts, they're lying to you because they're trying to control you. The reason you're miserable at 40 years old and haven't accomplished anything isn't because it's your fault. It's because the government's been keeping you down and trying to prevent your third eye from opening. But we're going to show you the truth, this and that, and then you believe all of these absolutely asinine, wild, garbage things.
Any more or less than you care about the kids. And I invite you to get a conscience, because if you're vaccinated, your time is limited anyways. But I ask you to get on your knees and repent and ask for forgiveness, because this is not just happening on this field and on this plane. You're going to be paying for this for the rest of eternity, all right? So I would tell you good luck. God bless. See ya.
The worst part about this supervillain monologue is the clapping at the end. There's people supporting that. And that's awful. That's what's so fucking sad. It's crazy how many people believe these things. I know a lot of people like to say, oh, no one really believes that. But there's a lot of people just like her that'll hear these absolutely outlandish statements like, the vaccine makes you a magnet. You'll go outside and get hit by a fucking car battery that gets ripped out of a nearby vehicle because you're such a super magnet from the vaccine. And they're like, oh, that sounds reasonable. I don't need any further proof because now you've said it, so I'll believe it. It's just people wanting to believe absolute dumb shit. We live in fan fiction land now. People believe everything based on nothing. They just have this desire to feel smarter than everyone else and unique. And it sucks. It fucking sucks. But it is always fun to have a little laugh at, like people like her. So, I mean, you know, you take the good with the bad, I suppose. That's about it. See ya. There's a war going on right now. A war you won't read about online, the media won't cover, only I'm brave enough to report on it and bring it straight to your ass. I'm talking about the grisly conflict between Karens and the rest of the world. A blood-filled battle of tits and ass flying all over the place, mean words, menopause, it's got it all. And let's go to the front lines to see what's happening out there right now. I figured we'd start with the most popular clip here. This lady is very upset at a woman and her child because they were at a protest, so she starts scaring the child and threatening to kill the mother. And I have to say, this lady kind of just looks like Crocker from the Fairly Odd Parents. I don't see like a chin or anything, and it looks like her ear is on her neck.
Steal my daughter! Do not!
The street. I'll fucking kill you.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we're missing the introduction here. We don't have the beginning of the film, we're only coming in on the climax, which is a shame, but it is what it is. We can see Alex Jones here is trying to wrangle his wife back inside. Even he knows that she's getting out of control, threatening to kill this woman, and she's also filming it herself. I would love to see her point of view, but I don't know enough anti-vax Facebook forums to find where she posted this. But I'm sure it's a great video, no doubt. And that's always, again, like I've said before, the craziest thing to me, how someone that is so in the wrong like her, where she's threatening to murder a woman, can film it and think that she's in the right, and just so delusional that she thinks people are going to pat her on the back for the brave video.
Do you see what you did to a child? Good job! I haven't really. Get a life, get a job. You just traumatized a child for walking.
I have to say, the husband is playing some incredible defense right now. He is boxing her out like he's in the fucking NBA right now. This man is a fucking brick wall, and she is not finding her way around him. So, hats off to this dude for the incredible performance in getting his wife inside. It was like a really tedious escort mission, it seemed like, but he was able to pull it off, and the video just ends with the child crying more, which is really sad, especially because the kid says she's scared since her mom was just threatened to be killed by that sorcerer of salt. But that's Karen's in a nutshell, traumatizing kids and making the world a worse place.
Okay. Be quiet, be quiet.
Are you 35?
Look.
Have you paid for this slot?
Did you pay for it?
It is not booked until June fucking 1st.
Okay,
sir.
Karen.
So there is no right for you to be here.
Okay, Karen.
I am not fucking Karen.
This one's actually one of my favorites from this week. I know it's a little bit older than a week, but I only saw it this week, so it fucking counts, alright? She is very passionate about these boat slots. A very petty thing to be upset about, considering, I mean, you have a big fucking boat that you're hanging out on for the night, and you're carrying a dog around like some kind of low-budget Paris Hilton shit. So, I mean, you're clearly in a comfortable position. What is there to be so upset about? Just because 35? Which I don't even understand. What the fuck does 35 have to do with anything here, huh? Is that like one of the jokes from SpongeBob? 25.
Oh, no, okay.
Right for you to be here.
Okay. Okay.
Fucking disrespectful. Go to your own slot or...
Okay, who is this person?
Totally understand that you're so fucked up.
Okay.
You can't get in your own slot.
Okay.
Now it's fucking escalating, baby. Now we're getting somewhere. Screaming and shouting, sounding like fucking Chris Farley from Saturday Night Live when he's talking about living in a van down by the river. Now we're getting somewhere.
Be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. Just be quiet. Just be quiet.
Who are your both in your own fucking slot? You wanna?
Okay, we got you. What else do you want?
You know what?
We're being really nice to you. They know where.
Being really nice. You screamed at my daughter.
I screamed at her.
That's right, baby. This ain't no one-on-one conflict. Player 2's coming hot. So now we have her mother involved, and that face right there says it all. She is upset. She's striking the classic pose here. This is like the Heisman pose for Karen. She's got the hand on the hip. She's pointing with the other hand. She's got the finger out, the stern face that says, I'm gonna call corporate.
Be quiet. Yeah. So who's screaming? Really?
Get the fuck away from us! You are not respecting our boundaries!
We got 6 feet here.
You're not 6 feet from our boat! Get away!
Okay.
Again, I want to reiterate, I don't really understand what this is even about. I don't know why she's upset, nor do I understand what 35 has to do with all of this. This is all just a very complex riddle to me, but if I had to try and piece together the lore here and explain the narrative, I would guess that the issue is Slot 35. Slot 35, as we all know, Slot 35 on this dock carries the Karen curse. And these new arrivals here on their boat didn't pay the proper fee. So now, just like in Indiana Jones, they've triggered the booby trap and it being swarmed by screaming Karens.
On Mother's Day,
Oh, yeah?
a boat.
Oh. Okay. What's the problem?
Get the fuck off of our dog!
Oh, really? Your dog? Why are you like that?
Because on Mother's
We're
Day,
being so nice to you.
Damn it, I want to know what happened on Mother's Day, but her fucking daughter keeps cutting off her story, so I'm missing out on crucial plot details. I need to know what the fuck happened on Mother's Day on this dock.
This is not your mooring! If you paid to moor your boat here, there would be no issue, sir. Yeah, just go to your own mooring. What number? This is 35!
Really?
Just go to your own mooring.
So what's the problem with 35?
That you do not book this fucking slot! Get away!
So this is where it really started to confuse me. This has a lot of twists and turns. So it seems the issue is she doesn't think they paid for it, but how would she know? She clearly doesn't work here, or at least doesn't appear to be on duty if nothing else, so how could she possibly know whether or not this slot was paid for by them? And to go off a hunch to be screaming and shouting like this, and by the way, she does have a great scream. This sounds like the scream that was sampled in that old Skrillex song. It just seems like overkill. Like, why are you that passionate about a dock slot to a dock that you neither work at nor own?
So what if I have 35? Don't hit. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Just don't touch me. Don't touch me. So, what is the problem now?
You need to leave.
Be quiet.
Both of you.
Be quiet. Just be quiet. She's speaking.
Can you tell me what your name is?
You fucking fool, you thought it was over. You thought it was only those two characters? No. In fact, there was a raid boss the entire time, the final boss of the boat here. The fucking dude comes out here and looking like a time traveler, and he's ready to go all in. We got Captain Richard in the mega mix now.
And which
What your
slip you
fucking
claim
mooring
is
number?
No, I wouldn't. Who are you?
My name is Richard M. Top. What is your name?
I don't give a shit about what my name is. I don't have to give my name.
Rick!
I don't have to give my name. Look.
I'm still debating on whether it's Captain Rick or Captain Richard. I couldn't quite hear, but they started screaming Rick when he started to go for like a fucking stage dive going after the guy. Unfortunately, he lost his sunglasses in the scuffle to try and get off the boat there. He was shuffling his feet a little too hard, and his daughter fucking slapped the sunglasses right off of his collar, so he can't be too happy about how this developed. Then she gets physical by pushing him, so I mean, it's truly turning into an all-out brawl here on Dock 35. And the screeching is reaching even new heights that I didn't even think were possible before. Her vocal cords have been trained to withstand all types of fucking banshee wailing here. She is going to a brand new degree. She's like a superhero.
Okay, alright. So now I'm gonna call the police on you. So now I'm gonna have to,
Both of my daughters! Both of my girls!
No, I'm gonna call.
Unfortunately, this is where the video comes to its conclusion. An unsatisfying cliffhanger. He drops a bomb by saying, both of my daughters. So throw out the fan theory about the older woman being the younger girl's mom, because he has just revealed that they are both his daughters with like a 50-year age gap. That is crazy. And it's so upsetting that I can't see the end of the video because the guy, he stopped recording to call the police, I imagine, but which makes sense, but it really is a shame that it's not documented more.
You need to leave. You need to leave. We're not serving you.
Hold on, guys. Okay.
We do not serve you.
Excuse me, but you did say that she needs to go back to her country. What is that?
Native American.
This is another pretty confusing one because the Karen here obviously doesn't work at this market here or isn't associated with it, yet she's trying to say who they're allowed to serve. It's not like she's in uniform or anything. I highly doubt this is the dress code for the market, a fucking zebra dress while smuggling beach balls in their ass. That probably wouldn't be encouraged.
Excuse me, this is what this whole world...
White people are not from this country. Don't serve her. Yeah, you do not serve her. Don't serve her racist ass.
You don't tell... No. Continue serving, continue serving.
You need to leave. You're not a part of this.
No.
You need to leave. You're not a part of this. No. No, you do not come in here and use the F word and swear and call me a B-I-T-C-H.
It's pretty cute how she spells out bitch instead of saying it out loud like it's Voldemort's name, but then she goes and calls the girl a bitch, but I don't know, it's all over the place. She doesn't want to say bitch to this guy, but she'll call the other girl a bitch to her face. It's weird. It's a weird tactic that she's got going here, and it doesn't work out well for her.
I never even said that word.
I said she is, and you're not a part of it.
that word.
So you get out of here. I know. I said she is, and that's why she's leaving. So you will leave too.
No.
It's always pretty crazy to me how Karens think that they're the law. Like when they say someone's leaving, they've got to fucking leave. Even though Karens are probably the least intimidating people in the world, people just laugh at you.
Where were you born, bitch? I was born in America, bitch. Where are your ancestors from? They're not from this country. You're going back to Mexico. Bitch, you better go back to where you're from.
You just walked into her. Excuse me?
Bitch, you just touched me. Oh my God.
Yeah, you deserved it. Oh my God. In my opinion.
So this is a mistake I haven't seen very many Karens make. She actually went after someone that wasn't defenseless. You see, typically when a Karen's having a public meltdown episode, she's channeling all that energy at a worker or someone that cannot fight back or else they'd lose their job or something like that. Whereas here, she's going after just another customer. Like, there's no reason why she can't just get her shit slapped, which is what happened. She pushed the girl, and since she wasn't gonna be fired for slapping her, slapped the shit out of her. She deserved it. The Karen started it. She just simply forgot the main rule when it comes to Karening. You have to go after defenseless people for your meltdowns. Otherwise, you are gonna get your shit slapped. It's been another high-octane, action-packed week of Karen activity, reaching an all-time high. If you're checking with the meteorologist, you'll know that there's at least been a 90% chance of a downpour of Karens on any given day this last week, so it's been pretty wild. Pandora's box has been fully opened, and now we're left with the wrath and the chaos of the Karens. I can't help but draw similarities between what's happening right now and what happened in my favorite movie, 1999's The Mummy, when Brendan Fraser and the crew accidentally revive a mummy, and then as a result of this there were plagues that were put upon the world. I feel like something might have happened in this day and age where someone opened a sarcophagus and the only plague that came with that was these Karens. We'll go ahead and start with the most popular Karen sighting this week. This one's actually pretty special and pretty scientifically important, I'd argue. This isn't just some generic Karen, this is actually the guardian spirit of blueberries Karen. She comes out when she feels blueberries are being threatened, and it's someone we've read about in fairy tales, but until now we've never had video evidence that this Karen even exists. This is like finding a video of Bigfoot.
I pay taxes, I pay for this park, and I don't like to see people wrecking it.
We're not wrecking it. There's literally so many berries everywhere.
Oh my God, we're not wrecking it! Oh, there's so many berries out here. There's so many berries.
cannot.
Complete twits.
You ever get so mad at someone that you just bust a fucking move? This Karen got so upset that she just couldn't help but hit the electric slide part 2 right then and there. I've said it before and it's absolutely true. Karens are just like children with temper tantrums and shit like that. Basically, a Karen is the result of a toddler being Freaky Friday'd into the body of a miserable middle school English teacher.
We're twits. You're the one coming up to 2 young girls, getting
Young
mad
girls,
at them for
yeah,
picking
you're acting like 6 years old.
6 years old?
Because we wanted to eat some berries.
I'm saying, eat all the berries you want, just don't take the bush with you.
It's not the bush, it's literally it's a tiny branch of berries.
She's like King Ramses from that Courage the Cowardly Dog episode. Return the slab! Return the berries, or suffer my curse. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to see her break out those moves again where she's flailing her arms around acting like she's swatting away invisible bees that are swarming her.
Why don't you mind your own business? Why don't you mind your own business?
You know, that is the fucking rudest thing you've said to me.
You decided
Go
to come
back
up
where
to
you
us.
came from if you want to use language like that.
Oh, why don't you go back to where you came from, you fucking colonizer?
I like how that's where the line in the sand was. You've gone too far telling me to mind my own business. Are you kidding me? Mind my own business? Do you know who I am? I can't mind my own business because I'm fucking miserable and I need to get mad at every opportunity possible so I can yell at some kids, so I can boogie down with my fucking noodle arms, and I need to get mad. Mind my own business. Now I've gone way too fucking far and now I'm fucking upset. Imagine thinking it's rude when someone tells you, hey, just mind your own shit. Honestly, the rational response to that should be like, you know what? That's a really good point. This isn't affecting me personally. Why did I interject myself in this? I'm getting the fuck out.
Where did you come from?
Where did you come from? I'm actually curious. Where'd you
U.S.
U.S.?
Oh, yeah.
So you're not
so
even
you're
from
not
here.
Canadian either.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, so but we are Canadian too. I was born here.
I was born here too.
Okay.
Were you born here?
No.
Okay,
Oh.
so this is actually like I was born here and you're not even born
My
here, and you're
grandparents
telling me to
Doesn't
go back
matter,
to
you're
where
telling us to go
your
back to-
grandparents weren't either. That's the thing. Were your grandparents born here? No.
Yeah, that angle didn't pan out too well for you there, did it? Not only did they get to eat those berries, but they got to slap you down right there on your own fucking stupid argument, so that was a bit rough for you.
Is that what you want?
I'm just having to get a mask on.
I don't have a mask. I don't have a mask. This is fucking ridiculous. Are you fucking kidding me right now? You're not going to sell me this? It's going to take you to... I'm spreading more dirt standing here, for God's sakes.
Yeah, this seems about par for the course. This looks about right for your average Miller Lite consumer here. I imagine there hasn't been a single case of Miller Lite that's been sold that hasn't had this kind of negative interaction with a customer. Buying a case of Miller Lite just says to your friends and family, hey, I make bad choices. Obviously, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I've made it very clear in the past, Miller Lite is my least favorite beer. It just tastes like somebody plugged a catheter into my high school bully and is just milking the piss out of them and feeding it to me. It just tastes like I'm drinking hateful piss.
I'm not paying for a fucking mask. I'm not paying for it. We have a right in America not to wear a fucking mask. Have you not watched the news?
There's almost nothing more frustrating than listening to these stupid fucking troglodytes think that they're right when they're just outright wrong and refusing to accept that they're wrong. It is a business. A business can put whatever policies they want and refuse service to people that don't abide by those policies. That is their right. But then you have these fucking dumb homunculus walk around, my rights, my rights, my rights. I can jerk off in the store if I wanted to. It's my penis. God gave me this penis. You're not the boss of my penis. I could beat my fucking meat right here with no mask on, and you can't stop me. It's so fucking silly that no one seems to understand that a business can enforce whatever the fuck it wants to on the people that choose to shop there. It's the most ridiculous thing in the world. And I don't understand this huge hoopla about masks in the first place. Why don't you get upset about the fact that businesses require you to wear clothes to shop there? It takes a lot more effort to put on a shirt and pants than it does to put on a mask. Why don't you get upset about that? They're taking control of your bodies, saying what you need to wear to come into their business. That's infringing on your so-called rights that you're arguing about. Why is it only the mask you take an issue with? The mask is a lot less effort than putting on clothes in the morning. Why don't you just try and shop around naked and see how that pans out?
We don't have to do this.
It says on the paper right here it's going to be mask.
There, find it. I'm not going to touch it. I think it went over there.
Pick it up. You spit on the first time. Don't do that. I'm just okay.
Karen going with the classics here by spitting on the man, which is a crime. So now the only rights that you're entitled to, Karen, are your Miranda rights. That's assault. And during a pandemic, it's more than assault. You're just a giant piece of shit.
They're playing. That's what the park is for.
I never saw a car in here before.
It's a Power Wheel
It
car,
doesn't
man.
bother me. What bothers me is you have a little kid in here that doesn't have a driver's license. He's just a little kid and you're not with him.
It's not a real car.
This one's almost just a wholesome Karen encounter. She smells some people were having fun at the park, so she goes out of her way to just put the kibosh on that shit and shut it down. And then she takes notice, wait a minute, those are little kids in a truck? Is that a truck in the park? Hey, what the fuck is this? These are some unlicensed kids in a fucking cyber truck. Are you kidding me? You're a terrible parent. Where are their license? I'm gonna have them thrown in the slammer for this. This is a crime. This is a fucking crime. In my peaceful park? Are you out of your fucking mind?
Don't talk to me. Did I invite you into my conversation? Did I invite you into my conversation? Did I invite you into my conversation? Do you have any right to be speaking to me right now? Are you involved in this situation? Are you involved in it? I am. No, you're not. No, you're not. And don't talk to me. Do not talk to me. Take your bullshit mask off and act like a real person. And you are not the boss of me.
Oh yeah, she did it. She just dropped the "you're not the boss of me" line. Every single Karen freakout is more and more evidence that as Karens age, they become more and more like children. It's like some Benjamin Button shit. I was half expecting this woman to throw a chocolate bar on the ground and start crying about how unfair the other lady was being.
Didn't you say you were in a hurry? You either. Don't. You guys can all fucking wait. Don't talk to me.
We are waiting with patience and kindness.
No, you're all fucking talking to me when I told you not to.
This is probably the most conversation this lady's gotten in the last 30 years. Her children grew up and started to ignore her. She doesn't get to see her grandchildren very often. They ignore her phone calls. And now, finally, some people are talking to her and she just doesn't even know how to respond. So she's just lashing out at everyone here because she just doesn't know how to converse with anyone anymore. She's out of practice and she's just kind of a big asshole.
I don't care. What are you going to do about it?
Look what you're doing to
What
this
are you going to
child.
do about it?
Look at this little
What are
girl.
you going to do? What are you going to do about it?
That's a terrible
What are you
thing.
going to do about it?
Try to get
Run your bitch ass mouth like the dumbass cunt that you are? Cool.
Oh, I do say that was a bit too far. Wow. I always like when a Karen says, "What are you going to do about it?" and then get like fucking shocked when someone actually does something, like slap her. We've seen like 1,000 of those by now, but unfortunately in this case, the woman wasn't feeling like slapping her. Probably wouldn't even be worth like the extra effort to walk up there and then just take one on her cheek. But I always find that to be pretty remarkable because they're constantly egging it on and then play the victim when something does happen. And I have no doubt in my mind, if that lady did swing on her, this one that's making the big huff and puff would have totally abandoned all sense of toughness and just start crying about how she's the victim and calling the police about what just happened.
That's assault!
No, it's not.
If you spit on her, that is assault!
She's in my face touching me. Call the police. I'm cool with that.
Not on her!
She's touching me. Yes, it is.
You spit on her!
No.
There's nothing more cowardly than spitting on somebody, and it's very common right now with Karens. That's really their go-to signature move. Their anime finisher is just the old loogie that they pop at someone that they're having a disagreement with. But yeah, these were the biggest Karen clips of this week, and another great week of Karen activity for sure. And I don't think there's any signs of the Karens starting to slow down or become self-aware. For as long as Facebook exists, these Karens will exist. And that's about it. So yeah. I think it's time we finally talk about the true victims of the coronavirus lockdown and quarantine, which is of course the middle-aged, short-tempered Karens. These brave women have been trapped at home for the last month with no one to complain to except their anti-vax Facebook groups, no one to yell at besides their husbands, no managers that they can speak to. They have all of this rage bottled up inside of them, but nowhere public to melt down and let it all out in a nuclear explosion of screeching and screaming and threatening lawsuits. But the good news is things are opening up again, which means the Karens now can go back out into society and make it a worse place. So please join me on this adventure. I'll be your host. I'll be like fucking David Attenborough here, and let's observe the Karens going back to their natural habitats after their hibernation.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Keep driving. No.
Ah, wonderful. A chain-smoking middle-aged woman with her siren song, such an angelic melody, true mastery over her divine vocal cords, able to deliver this banshee's wail, fuck you.
No, it's not enough! Park your car.
Keep
No!
driving. Like, what the hell?
You better get the fuck away from me. Fuck you!
We have a car.
The wild Karen's sharp instincts kick in. Hearing the sound of potential danger, she feels as though the essential oils in the backseat of her car are threatened by a potential predator, so she lashes out blindly, hoping that the guttural shouts and puffing of her feathers will be enough to scare away the enemy.
Yeah, this is a roadway over here, ma'am. Can you please move?
Everyone better stop fucking yelling at me right now, as I'm not fucking moving.
Can you please move your car?
Thank you!
She didn't mean that thank you, that wasn't sincere at all. I'm starting to get the feeling that she's just not a very pleasant person to be around.
Okay?
I don't listen to you either, Shield. Listen, you short fucking piece of shit.
Now you've gone too far, lady. Out here looking like the substitute teacher at Hogwarts for the Defense Against the Dark Arts course. Fucking scary looking loud lady. Fucking hanging out in this drive-thru looking straight out of a 1970s newspaper comic strip. Truly rude from this woman here. This woman looks like menopause. She looks like if menopause was a person.
Okay? Grow
How's
some,
that? She called me a short fucking piece of shit.
grow some
Get
fucking
the fuck out
balls,
of here.
baby. Grow some fucking balls.
Shut the fuck up indeed. We're
No,
blocking traffic
I'm
over
not
here.
moving. Talk all the fuck you want, all you fucking Hawaiians. The white lady's fucking crazy. You can talk all the fuck that you want, you fucking motherfucker.
Okay, that's enough.
No, it's not enough. It is not.
Unfortunately, that's where the video ends, but I don't think her anger stopped there. As you could hear, she was still screaming, still going in really hard. I half expected her to take a baseball bat to her own car just out of the confusion from the anger, just hurt itself in the confusion. It is truly baffling how someone can get this upset and have so little shame to just do it in public like this, and I think that's what makes Karens so special. They don't have that level of shame or self-awareness, so they keep going out and embarrassing themselves. And since they've been locked up for a month, they have a month's worth of embarrassment to catch up on, so they're really kind of speedrunning that because there's been so many of these things going on. I'll show you a few of them. Let's keep going.
People here that's enjoying themselves, okay? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the last part. Now what are you doing? Now what are you doing? Hey, sweetheart, there's kids here. There's kids here.
This one was actually one of the saddest ones and most embarrassing in my opinion. This is a Karen that's been heckling a group of street performers that are performing for these people that are just now leaving their house for the first time in a month, just to give them something else to think about and entertain them, and Karen said, well, I can't imagine anyone having fun. I'm pretty miserable. Everyone should be miserable. She's like Dr. Zalost from Courage the Cowardly Dog, very unhappy, so she's shooting her cannonballs of unhappiness at everyone around her. So she just plants herself here. She gives this very incredible Ginyu Force pose here with the double middle fingers. Really bold stuff.
There's kids here. There's kids. Oh, you should have some respect, sweetheart. Please. Thank you. Could you please leave? Could you please leave? Please.
She refuses to leave. This is a 4-part TikTok video. I didn't even know TikTok had anything other than just shitty lip singing and dancing, so this was kind of an interesting surprise. And I'd like to bring attention to this. I know I'm no major fashion icon myself, but I do have to say I don't understand her sock decision here with the different lengths. It's like Titus from Final Fantasy X with his pants. She has a sock that goes up to her knee and the other one's an ankle sock. So that right there tells me that she just desperately craves attention, so she's trying her best to be unique and not like the other girls with her fashion by having different lengths of socks, which is kind of sad, but it also fits in line with what she's doing here, making herself the center of attention for no reason and at the cost of everyone else's fun.
Sweetheart, we're doing flips in here for format. Can you please move over? You were just standing right there. Why would you come right here in our way? Can you move over? Can you please? Can you move over? Can you please move over? Please? Please? Can you please leave? Can you please leave?
Spoilers, she doesn't leave. She's made up her decision. She is going to ruin everyone else's day because her day and most of her days are apparently not very good. So she's taking it out on everyone around her. And this persists for a long time. I'm not going to show every part from this very pathetic saga here, but I am going to show a little bit. We'll go to part 2 now.
No, you don't have to give her anything, no?
One of the mothers from the crowd is begging with the lady to please leave because they want to watch the show, and of course, the Karen refuses to do that. But what I find extremely interesting about this part, as you just heard, some woman in the crowd express support for what she's doing by saying it's a public square, she can stand wherever the fuck she wants. I think that is incredible. I will never understand how people can see behavior like what this woman is doing and be like, you know what? I agree with that. She should be allowed to ruin everyone else's day. It's a free country. If I want to ruin everyone else's day because I'm fucking miserable, I can do it. And fuck all of you. I like that the crowd stood up and said fuck off and told that lady to leave and she immediately left. I just have to wonder how. This is huge. Everyone, no matter what, will always have supporters. No matter how heinous and unlikable you are, there's always going to be people that will support you. I don't know if that's uplifting for some people to hear or not, but I think it's depressing. There should be objectively wrong ways of handling things, and this is one of those from this Karen standing here ruining the day, and yet still someone finds a way to support it. Crazy to me.
We're gonna wake this place up. Follow me, fellas. Let's wake this place up. Everybody wants the Soul Brothers back. Follow me, fellas.
Luckily, this fairy tale does have a happy ending. The police show up and escort her the fuck out of there, which is great news for everyone there. It's pretty wild how long it went on for, though. The police had enough time to walk over there and get her out before she left. That's a long time of just making the atmosphere worse around her. And I know she's going to go home and think that she was in the right. She probably talked about it on Facebook groups about how brave she was. And, you know, everyone clapped when she ruined the performance. Everyone was thrilled with her stand for justice or some shit. So the delusion, I'm sure, is still there. I don't think she had any amount of self-reflection or awareness for what she did or how bad she is as a person for this kind of shit. But that's Karen's in a nutshell. Let's move on to the next one.
3 inches away from our fucking car. I couldn't even get into my fucking car. I had to climb over.
Oh, but you're sitting in it?
I had to climb over, dumbass. Did you not hear what I just fucking said?
While yes, that experience does sound traumatic, there was another way of approaching this situation. You could have backed the car up and then got in normally. You chose to climb over the driver's seat and turn that shit into a playground to get there.
Just fucking stop. God. If you post that, I will sue you, you stupid.
Go right ahead. We'll sue you because you can't post someone's face on the internet without permission.
I'm gonna go.
For some reason, these Karens that spend the majority of their life on Facebook and reading 50 Shades of Grey fanfic still don't seem to understand that you can't sue someone for recording you in a public situation. But I do like the way she phrases that. You can't put someone's face on the internet without their permission. It reminds me of Arthur, where you can't go on the internet and tell lies. It has that same level of innocence to it to a certain degree, but I think it's time they finally get educated on Facebook instead of just believing in these fucking weird conspiracy theories and shit, to understand that yes, it is totally legal to record in public.
It's not illegal. They're threatening me. She told me she hopes I get raped by a pitchfork and I'm gonna go to the cops and I need evidence.
So what is the problem? They park here.
I couldn't get into my car. I had to climb over. And then when we were talking about it, about how close they parked, she came and went, "Oh, you stupid ass bitch, you want to talk?"
And wrong. I told you my boyfriend did not hit your car because you said if my boyfriend hit your car, you were gonna call the cops.
Yeah, this shit is devolving into elementary school shit really fast, and the security guard clearly wants nothing to do with it. He leaves like a second after. He just says, "Hey, can you guys just handle it?" And he just walks away. Respect to that guy, because who the fuck wants to be in the middle of this?
Stop arguing with the stupid fucking whore. If you keep arguing with the fucking whore, they keep arguing with you.
If I find that video online, I'm fucking suing you and I'm calling the cops and they're gonna come get your ass.
I do appreciate that threat right there from her. You know, that's some Xbox Live shit. My dad works at Bungie, and he'll get you banned if you steal my sniper again. It has that same level of energy, so there is a level of intimidation in there. That's pretty much where the video ends. It's just back and forth of just, like, baby whining, like baby raging at each other. I don't know. It's not even, like, insulting anymore. It's just kind of like actual whining. But, yeah, all over a parking spot. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. I think there's something about cars that really tap into the primal rage receptors of the Karens, because a lot of the Karen outbursts happen around vehicles, so it's kind of like this catalyst for explosion among the Karens. It's very interesting. It helps channel their aggression and really bring it to the highest level it can be. She's all over the place now, attacking the spectators. She sounds like Miss Piggy having a fit. Throwing a weird little tantrum here. She's speaking as if she's writing this shit on Twitter from behind the computer monitor, but in real life you can't hide behind an anime profile pic, so now she's just got her face attached to this despicable shit.
What are you filming me, you sick fuck? Is that funny to you?
Honestly, a pretty thrilling conclusion. I would have liked to see where it went because she was clearly in hot pursuit, like some Mad Max shit, honking that horn, coming in hot. But unfortunately, there's no more to that video. But yeah, there's been a ton of Karen sightings and incidences over the last week or so. I just felt it wasn't necessary to show every single one. I think these kind of represent the general attitude of how it's been getting reacclimated to the, Karen meltdowns out in the world. Now that they've allowed to leave their homes and, they don't have to keep tapping into the wine cellar reserves. So it's getting wild out there again. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah. It's time I introduce you to the most powerful organization on the planet, more powerful than any government that currently exists, more aggressive than Scientology, more secretive than the Men in Black. I'm talking of the Freedom to Breathe Agency. The FTBA has existed for as long as humans have, subtly guiding our history and shaping human evolution. Kind of like Area 51, they've been nothing but a myth, a legend, talked about in hushed whispers behind dumpsters, and never really understanding the full scope of the power the FTBA OTPHJ holds until recently. The Freedom to Breathe Agency has gone into the public eye, rising to the surface to be at the forefront of justice with one simple mission: refuse to wear a mask and sue anyone that politely asks you to. The Freedom to Breathe Agency is obviously started by those brain-rotted Karens that think if you put anything over your face, it's going to suffocate and kill you. So with the same mentality as children who think the Easter Bunny is leaving Easter eggs around their house, these Karens believe that our God-given right to breathe air is being stepped on. So let's go ahead and see how they're combating this.
That you guys been challenging people on these subjects. Okay, so we are with FTBA, the Freedom to Breathe Agency. We are with the people organization, making sure that people's constitutional rights, civil and federal laws are not broken, okay? And so you personally need to take this to your manager because you personally can be sued for this.
This is a rare sighting of one of the elites of the Freedom to Breathe Agency here. This woman who looks like a methed out Paris Hilton is issuing this employee a citation letting her know that she is personally liable to be sued should she ever ask someone to wear a mask again. God forbid the FTBA be within earshot of a mask request because they will pounce on you. They will fuck you in the mouth and the ass at the same time. Because the FTBA, they don't play around. When it comes to the right to breathe air, nobody enforces it better. They're like the air mafia. Air may have started as God's creation in their eyes, but now the FTBA has become more powerful than God himself. They own the air. It's their monopoly and they get to choose who's breathing the air and how they're breathing the air. And while they may not be an actual legitimate federal agency, that doesn't stop them from being scary as fuck. I mean, just look at that official badge she's wearing here, whipped up in Microsoft Paint over the course of 15 laborious minutes. Like, come on. You're defenseless against these arbiters of justice. If you see one of these members walking down the street with this badge, turn around and just go the other fucking way, because you're not even worthy of breathing the same air that they are, unless they're trying to serve you a lawsuit, which you will likely deserve because you had the audacity to ask one of these post-menopausal women to put on a fucking mask, you goddamn swine.
Okay?
I'm just following the store policy.
I'm telling you, you are probably paid $15 an hour or $12 an hour, okay? But you are putting yourself into a major legal liability.
It always just blows me away how these miserable, dusty, crusty old harpies just can't resist the urge to be an asshole at every possible opportunity, throwing this woman's wage in her face for no reason other than to condescend to her, even though this lady's likely never had a job and just mooches off of her husband's successful career, which is why she has so much free time to make shitty badges and bullshit lawsuits out of fucking nowhere, and yet she still feels entitled enough to shit on someone who is working for a living. It is pathetic, truly fucking sad, and pathetic. And especially for the FTBA, who's trying to be like an official organization, to go do shit like this, it's fucking silly. I mean, the whole thing is fucking silly. I don't even know why I'm trying to even give them the generosity of saying trying to pursue an official organization, because they're not and they never will be, they never could be. It is actually an organization fronted by miserable old women like this. You can see her friend from the fucking 50 Shades of Grey book club is filming this entire thing, thinking that this is somehow in the right for their Facebook group, in which they do have a private Facebook group. The FTBA is just such cowardly bullshit Karens. They can't have a public Facebook group because they're just so goddamn sensitive. But they do have a website, so hats off to them there. It's a dog shit website, but at least they can almost use the internet to some capacity other than just hiding in garbage Facebook groups.
Wow. Okay?
They need to get the fuck out of here.
Alright. Okay, you guys need to be careful.
Look at how proud she is of herself. This is the most she's accomplished since she was on the high school cheer squad 50 years ago. Once again, the supermarket is safe thanks to the FTBA. If there's air, there's justice. I guarantee this woman thinks she's one of the nicest people in the world. They all do for some reason, because these delusional idiots all think that they're doing the world a favor by harassing employees at retail stores and just people in general. They think that they're doing the world a favor by just being these miserable assholes. And they just genuinely think they're in the right no matter what you say to them, no matter what you could possibly prove to them. You'll never convince them that they're anything more than just a miserable piece of shit. So, that's the sad reality of it, but the FTBA doesn't stop and start with this one woman here. Like I said, it is trying to be an organization, and they've created these fake mask exemption cards that I'm sure you've seen by now, because for some reason these were very popular. Pretty sure they were just handing them out at like local retirement homes or some shit like that. But this little hall monitor badge here does absolutely nothing for you. This would be about as useful as giving someone a Pokemon card and then saying this proves that you're exempt from wearing a face mask in public. It's a whole bunch of fucking bullshit. In fact, the Department of Justice had to come out and say, no, we didn't issue these cards, this is bullshit. And if you ask me, that should be a crime to print cards like this and claim that it's from an official entity when it's not. I think they should be completely sued and each member of the FTBA hold personally liable in each suit on an individual level, just like how this woman in the supermarket was saying to the employee. I think that would be some poetic justice. It takes one glance at this library card to realize that it's fake, but even still, it doesn't stop these fucking brainwashed idiots from using this as something real. For some reason, people are convinced this is a legitimate thing, even though it has been proven from the actual Department of Justice to be bullshit. Which goes back to what I was saying, that even when you can objectively prove something is wrong, people will still believe it just for the sake of believing it, which is sad, but it is what it is. This whole thing is like some shit out of a Saturday morning cartoon, like a scam that Ed, Edd n Eddy would have used to get some jawbreakers, making fucking cards saying you're exempt from something. That is just the silliest concept, and these people are actual goddamn toddlers. I wouldn't be surprised if they got this idea from a cartoon. But yeah, anyway, just wanted to make you all aware of one of the most powerful organizations out there. So, sleep in fear, sleep with one eye open, knowing that the FTBA, the Freedom to Breathe Agency, is always watching. They're everywhere and nowhere. That's it. See ya. Recently, there's been a rise in fake Karen videos because nothing is sacred. Some godless, shameless heathens have been setting up and staging Karen sightings, and it makes me sick. So today I'm gonna hop in the forensics laboratory and unmask some Scooby-Doo villains to show you what a fake looks like.
I am actually, in fact, yes, taking the
You're taking my property.
Well, there's been a lot of comings and goings of UPS trucks in this neighborhood.
What about
a lot of packages.
This is probably the most popular fake that's floating around right now. When this came out, I was tagged in it constantly, but I was able to sniff out that something smelt a bit stinky in this not-so-happy meal here. But just because I have a keen eye for the truth doesn't mean that it's not well made, especially when it comes to the wardrobe here. Whoever is the costume designer here has done an extremely great job. They've really made her look like a Karen. She looks like Lindsay Lohan on the set of the new Freaky Friday movie getting into character.
Is coming to this house particular. Well, something's going on in there. Something's going on in there.
It's Amazon.
I'm taking the package.
It's my Amazon wish list.
I'm taking the package.
No, you're not taking my package. That's my stuff.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Ow! Oh my God! You killed me.
I did not kill you. You're fine.
Oh my God!
You sprayed me with whatever that stuff is.
As a world-renowned actor myself, I can always recognize when someone is classically trained, and she absolutely has been trained by some of the best in the business here. This looks like a real exorcism here. There's no doubt in my mind she's done a ton of research here, studying the Karens' habits and making sure that she can get their mannerisms down, which she's done. I do say her voice is a bit off though, it doesn't sound like she's chain-smoked enough cigarettes yet, but I think that's just something she can work towards. I'm excited to see where she'll be in the year for the sequel to this video, but as I'm sure most of you can probably pick up on, it's not real. It's fake. They made it up. A fabrication. Nope. It's not real. To be honest, I'm actually surprised that anyone believed it was real. It's very clearly supposed to be poking fun at Karens. I think it's a parody that's done pretty well, where it blurred the lines between reality, fiction, and nightmares. I don't think I need to come in here with a scalpel and a butt plug and dissect this. I think you can pretty clearly see that it's fake. At least I would hope most of you can. So we'll just move on to the one that I think is a little more confusing for people. This is a pizza delivery Karen encounter. Now, this one is a little more believable because this has happened quite a few times where Karens have like spit on pizza delivery guys, refused to let them enter their apartment buildings, and just been general assholes to them. So this next one is loosely based on a true story, kind of like The Disaster Artist. She's out here looking like an anime version of a Karen, like if a Karen was in the ReZero universe. So one of the first things that should be a dead giveaway that it's all fake is like the captions around the video. Whenever there's the things that like, you won't believe what happened here. How could this happen? What this lady does is disgusting. What? All of that shit on the screen should immediately tip you off that it's fake. I don't think I've ever seen a video that was real that had that shit on it. Another thing that I think most people don't take notice of when watching a fake Karen video is the fact that no bad words are said. Words that might demonetize them or get it hidden on TikTok as sensitive content. It's like the squeakiest, cleanest argument of all time between adults. It's like an argument you'd hear between children at after-school fucking church camp. They don't say anything that might get them into trouble with the platform they post it on because they want it to be fully monetized. Whereas in a genuine encounter, you've got fucks and shits and titties flying all over the place because it's real and it's raw. But these, it seems so staged, right? Like it should be pretty obvious, like from the get-go here, that something's a bit fishy. Alright, I will say I really appreciate the waddle here, like the little penguin waddle as she's trying to catch up to the car. It looks like something out of a Pixar movie where one of the moms gets mad and runs around. Obviously, all still fake, but I at least respect her really committing. Like, I can't imagine she really runs like this. She was putting on the old Karen jog here. So she's working to sell it, and you'll be shocked at what she does next. It sounds like a Darman video title. Clearly, at this point, if you're not starting to pick up on the bullshit smells, then you need to just reevaluate and stop being so goddamn gullible, you fucking pussy fool! You coward! Now, is it possible that somebody re-uploaded this with these awful captions on it? Absolutely, and that is something to consider when looking at Karen videos going further. However, in this case, this wasn't a re-upload. I believe this was the original poster. It's the earliest documentation I can find of this video on the internet. But either way, even setting aside the captions, you can clearly see that the content itself is suspect. Very sketchy. For example, if you follow along with the dialogue here, if you're paying attention to the lore and the narrative, she tells him to leave, which he says he's going to do, and then as he's leaving, she's still chasing, saying, I told you to leave. So that doesn't really add up, but of course Karen behavior is unpredictable. Sometimes they'll just drop to the fucking floor screaming, wailing, putting fingers in their own butthole, like it gets wild, of course. But another thing that doesn't add up is he then says that he needs to deliver those pizzas, even though he just said that he was just gonna leave. He also said he was there to deliver 3 orders. However, if you look at the pizza bag, it's extremely flimsy. It doesn't seem like there's any actual pizza in that bag. It seems more like a prop that they found to pretend to be a pizza guy. This is a little more of like a tinfoil hat thing because you can't tell completely, but it doesn't seem like there's enough pizza in that bag with how flimsy it is, just like flopping around, for there to actually be 3 orders worth of pizza in it. If you didn't believe me before, I'm sure you do now. So you mean to tell me that this Karen, for some reason, has orange soda within walking distance at all times? Like she just has like a fucking caddy, but instead of golf clubs, they just have orange soda nearby? Because if you remember in the beginning of the video, she was getting out of her car that she just walked to at the other side of this community. Keep in mind, he drove quite a distance away from that she was chasing. And then somehow she's able to magically just pull orange soda out of her fucking asshole while the camera's off, and she comes walking from the entire other direction with orange soda, so it's not like she ran all the way back to her apartment. Now, is it possible that she was at a dick appointment and was leaving that appointment in the community? Yes, I suppose. It could have been someone else's house she was at, and she was getting in her car when this whole thing happened, but she actually lives much closer to where she found the orange soda. I suppose that's possible, though highly unlikely. Is it possible she went to a vending machine just to buy orange soda for the purpose of throwing it on his car? No, and you're a fucking idiot if you think that's what happened here. No vending machines sell 2-liter bottles of orange soda, at least none that I've ever seen. I don't know what kind of community vending machine they have here. Maybe they just have giant fucking 10-gallon bottles of orange soda that you can purchase from a machine. I'm not really sure entirely, but it seems unlikely. This is clearly supposed to be a staged viral video. Like, how can we make this Karen really wacky and wild? Oh, she engages in a foot chase with a car. Okay, that's easy. But then how can we really amp it up? What if she throws something random on the car, like orange soda? Doesn't actually damage anything, easy to clean off, and it's goofy. Genius. I think that's absolutely what happened here. Unfortunately, the security guard, I think, really makes it all fall apart. His acting is the worst of the group here, unfortunately. Plus, they have him dressed up way out of character here. It looks like they just went to, like, Party City and found everything with the word security on it and put him in it. I wouldn't be surprised if he dropped his pants and there's just security written across the penis of it. There's just so many holes you can poke into this condom. Like, the plot doesn't make any sense. He's also not delivering his lines very well, so I think it's pretty clear at this point. There's just so many things you can point out, like why is the security guard even here in the first place? In the experience I've had at apartments and like community security, they don't just wander the grounds aimlessly. They usually have like a centralized office where you call in a complaint, and they usually would patrol like the outside perimeter at night, but this is the middle of the day, and I don't think the guy in the car somehow called 911 and they transferred his call to this guy's cell phone, so the security guy sprinted over and solved the problem. It just doesn't make any sense at all. And also, the pizza delivery guy says that he has 3 orders of pizza still, but we just saw him get out of his car to supposedly go deliver one of those pizzas, or all of those pizzas, so shouldn't he have no more pizzas left? You know, there's a lot here that I think make it clear that it's not real. And just because it's staged doesn't mean you can't have fun with the video. I'm not coming in here just to ruin Christmas, but I get sent a lot of these videos that are fake from people that think that they're real. And it makes me a little sad to see that a lot of people believe these things are genuine, like, Charlie, this is shocking, you have to see this. And then it turns out to be a video like this. So just trying to give you the tools to identify some fake videos going forward. You can still enjoy them, of course, but I just want people to know that not everything you're going to see online is real. That's about it. See ya. As more and more things start opening in the world amid the pandemic, more and more middle-aged single mothers are trying to go back out into society and find things to be angry about. I recently covered the Karen apocalypse that we've just experienced. However, if the Karen apocalypse was an earthquake, what you're about to see is the aftershock. One thing I find interesting is since most people have been inside for a long time now, a lot of people are starting to get a vitamin D deficiency from what I've read. But I'd argue it's almost more dangerous to go outside due to an overdose of vitamin K. Karen. Society right now, the outside world that I've now become a stranger to, is experiencing dangerous levels of exposure to vitamin K. It's like walking into fucking Chernobyl if instead of radiation it was just pure negative Karen shit. So let me just show you the recent Karen Armageddon we're now experiencing.
45 minutes of having it on. It's the first time I've worn one. I am disoriented. I'm a little mad, if you can't tell that already.
Oh, don't worry, you weren't keeping that a secret from me. I had a sneaking suspicion. Between that stereotypical where's your manager haircut, it's time to go to corporate and take a shit, also the facial expression that just kind of conveys I'm always mad even when things are great, I was just able to immediately sniff out you were a bit upset about something.
Like, I'm frustrated, but I don't feel good physically. Like, I can tell you right now, I wasn't getting enough oxygen, and I just had on one of these little stupid things.
Yeah, I see what she means. I can hardly breathe in this shit. I'm about to fucking pass out on you, just suffocating myself here. I like how my beard hair kind of sticks out here. It's like little innocent pubes popping out of someone's whitey tighties. But anyway, this is something I see a lot from these kind of people. I can't breathe in it. It's impossible. I'm suffocating to death. I would have loved to see her in the store if she's trying that shit, like she's just like falling over herself and then like everyone's ripping the mask off to try and save her life. Jesus! What is this, a mask? She's killing herself for our safety, what a hero! She's wearing a mask and she's dying for it. As if there's anything easier in the world than just putting on a mask. Like, how fucking spoiled and entitled and weak do you have to be to think that putting on a mask is some, like, giant sacrifice or something that's hard?
I feel dizzy. My hands are kind of tingly. My heart is beating fast, so some of it's an emotional reaction, but some of it's a physical reaction.
Now, I'm no doctor, so please take this diagnosis with a grain of salt, but I think what you're experiencing is hyper-screeching withdrawals. The symptoms seem about in line with that. You see, for 2 months, you haven't been able to go out in public and yell and scream at retail workers, so your body's just been a little bit confused, and now that you're out in public again, it's getting tingles, it's getting anxious, it's just its way of responding.
I understand the virus is real. Okay, I understand the virus is real.
Well, that's better than a lot of people on Facebook, so good for her there. But it's also extremely sad that there's actually people that don't think it's real, so you have to clarify that you believe in it, as if there's some type of fucking debate on whether or not it's real.
Friends, look at the numbers and tell me why everybody's living in fear. Tell me why we're putting these things on and not being able to breathe. I just want to cry.
Well, go ahead and cry. I'm not gonna arrest you for it. Let it all out. And as for why people are putting masks on and not being able to breathe, I think that's a problem exclusive only to you. I mean, this may come as a shock, but doctors work like 12-hour days with a mask on the entire time. Nurses too, so they can clearly breathe. The design's fine. No one's suffocating wearing a mask. Just because you soldiered through a brave 45 minutes while getting your gluten-free food at the Whole Foods doesn't mean that you're some expert on masks now. I'm pretty sure you were breathing just fine. I don't know how the fuck you walk around breathing if you're struggling in a mask. Do you just, like, wide open mouth, just suck all the air in as big as possible?
That's all I want to do is cry, because you can't see people's faces. You can't make human connection. We can't hug people. We can't hold their babies.
That's kind of a weird thing to point out, right? You can't hold people's babies? Like, what does this woman do? Just go around, like, snatching babies, like, bringing them back to the stork or something? Like, that's not exactly common. You shouldn't be going up to strangers and asking to hold their babies in the first place. Now, if you're around your friends and shit, yeah, I guess not being able to hold their babies might be a common problem. I don't really know. I just feel like that's a strange one to point out. Like, you know, a lot of bad shit's come with the coronavirus, but one thing no one's really talking about, the worst thing is, we can't just hold people's babies anymore.
It doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense, and I'm not okay with it. Nothing about what we're doing is supported by the numbers that are out there. Those of you that know me, like, I am one of the most compassionate, caring people you will ever meet.
Whenever someone says something like that, I immediately doubt it. No one that's actually compassionate and caring goes around wearing that like a badge of honor. I'm so humble. In fact, I'm one of the most humble people you'll ever get to know. In fact, I probably care more about all of you people than you people even care about yourselves. That's how good of a person I am, and you should know that. And I'm just letting you know that, just because I am such a good person. You know, that doesn't really rub me the right way. I just doubt that claim. But as she said, she's not okay with it, so I think it's time we cancel the coronavirus. Let's just get rid of the coronavirus now. This lady is clearly not having a good time because of it, and since she's not okay with it, well, we need to change everything. I like this one because the lady in it walks around like a video game NPC. It's like she's playing Animal Crossing with the shovel trying to get the right slot. But instead of a shovel, she's using her phone to record for her Facebook anti-vax group, so...
So it's against the law?
It's against the law to make you wear a mask. It's against the law.
Well, if you say so. I mean, I'm not going to question her. She seems like the law. She's like the embodiment of the law. So whatever she says, yeah, you know, I'm just going to agree with.
The ADA tells them that you cannot make people wear a mask. It's not our laws at all. This is just made up by Bill Gates and them, and by you wearing that. Seriously, think about it. You're breathing out your toxic air, and you're breathing in the same air. You're making your lungs, you're killing your antibodies.
It's always just impressive how people can get to this point and be like this. To blame Bill Gates, of all people you could have chosen. You could have done something a little cooler, like going after Elon Musk, since he's doing some like weird shit on Twitter. Why not target him? But to go after Bill Gates just seems I don't know, underwhelming. To make him like this giant Thanos behind the coronavirus, I would have preferred if they chose a different path for their supervillain, but it is what it is. For some reason, they've chosen him. And I think the most impressive thing about this one in particular is the lady filming. She was filming because she so firmly believes that she's in the right and doesn't look crazy. And I always think that's just the wildest part. How people can be so disconnected from reality that they think that they're right and justified with their behavior that they'll go so far as to film it for their friends in their little Facebook echo chambers. I just think that's just sad and pretty wild.
If there's a cold that comes around in November, you're getting sick. You're making yourself sick. Breathe.
Yeah, you're spitting out sugar.
No, baby, that's not what's going to make you sick. You're alive. Go look on the package, and it will tell you. It will not protect you from COVID-19. You are hurting yourself. Don't stop being lied to. They want to kill all the Mexicans.
Do you believe in the COVID?
They want to kill all the black people. They want to kill everybody. Watch out what you're being told. You're being lied to.
It's actually really hard to keep up with the exposition here. I really don't understand at all what she's talking about or where she's going. But god damn it, she's confident in it and really fucking obnoxious.
Do you believe in it?
Do I believe with the COVID? I believe there's a virus, but it's not what they say. It's like any other virus. They have 99% cure. 99% cure. So what kind of a virus is that? We all had viruses. We all get colds. You're being lied to. Please do your due diligence. Read, do your research. Don't let the government fool you.
That's something I hear a lot from this community. Do your research. It's like flat earthers. Do real research, not like, you know, real research. Do our research. Please read our sources. Please stay on Facebook and read our bullshit. But these people are so ingrained in their beliefs that no matter what, they're never changing. Like in that Flat Earth documentary, there's multiple groups of flat earthers that prove themselves wrong multiple times and still just brush it off like, oh, we must have just done something wrong. Now, the world can't be round because we think it's flat. So all this, everything that proves it's round that we just did ourselves, well, it's wrong. We must have messed up because it's flat. That's the exact same way these people operate. No matter what, they're not going to change what they believe, which sucks because it's just objectively wrong and harmful misinformation that they share between each other. But it is what it is, and at least you get some Karens melting down in public, which is always at least fun to watch from a distance.
Be smart, please, for your sake. Because what's happening is she's hurting her antibodies in her body. She's breathing in the toxicity and the carbon monoxide that is going to make her sick. She's not getting enough breath in her lungs, which is going to cause her lungs to weaken. It's all damaging. Look it up for yourself. Go online and look it up.
I will.
Take my word. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Professor. Have a lovely day going home and then yelling at your husband.
Okay, so I need to talk to a manager because I'm not wearing a mask.
Okay, understood.
Perfect.
Just a moment. I'll
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's always refreshing to hear that signature catchphrase, I need to speak to a manager. It's refreshing, honestly. I just really, you can always get like a sense of joy when a very irate woman says those words because you already know what's going to follow, and it just never really gets old.
Hi. Hi, I have a medical condition that I'm not allowed to wear a mask, and I'm not required by HIPAA rules and regulations to disclose that.
Being a loudmouthed asshole is not a medical condition that prevents a mask. In fact, it should be encouraged so that way you're not just fucking screeching. At least the mask will act like a little muffler, like a fucking silencer on James Bond's gun for your fucking yelling at the retail workers. I also decided to look into it because she publicly talks about herself in this video and puts herself out there, so I looked into it. The medical condition she has does not prevent her from wearing a mask in any way. And just for the sake of playing by her rules, I won't disclose what the medical condition is, but she talks about it constantly and just has it plastered all over her website. She's also an avid flat earther and considers herself a general truther in all things, as most of these people do.
Okay, can we shop for you?
So, what does that look like? I have private things I want to get, but maybe I don't want you to
shop
see.
For you, but I can't let you in the store without a mask.
Okay, so where's the regulations that state that?
The regulation?
Yeah.
That is company
Because you're
policy.
discriminating against me now. Do you know that?
The bombshell. She said she's being discriminated against. Oh, well, now this company needs to close its doors or let her in and let her make her own rules. Now you've gone too far. To discriminate against her? Yep, now you've gone too far. You're going on her blog, mister. You're really done fucked up now.
You're discriminating against
that
me.
we can help you.
No, because I have private stuff that I don't want you to see.
What kind of private stuff could you possibly be buying at a grocery store? What, are you scraping bacon grease off the grills in the back and are embarrassed about it? Are you smuggling plutonium in there or something? What could possibly be a big secret at a grocery store that would be embarrassing? All they fucking carry for the most part is food and vitamins. What, do you want people to not know that you take fish oil pills or something? I don't really get it. It's a lame fucking excuse. These people just look for reasons to stay angry, even when people are offering alternatives to kind of fit into what they're comfortable with in their lunacy. This man's going above and beyond, saying, we can shop for you, we can do this for you, do that for you, and she just comes up with the most outlandish excuses to not use that and stay angry. It's wild to me.
You can call corporate office, but I can't help you.
Okay, well, you guys can get a lawsuit because you can't discriminate.
I'm trying to help you, but I'm
No,
not going
you
to
can't. How's that helping when you're gonna do shopping for me? I'm gonna give you my bank information.
doing the best I can
How do I?
Huge kudos to this guy for staying so calm during a Category 5 Karen hurricane, because this shit is so fucking annoying. I don't know how he was able to maintain his cool.
Miss, call corporate office. I'm sorry.
Okay, I need a card. Do you have a card for them?
I sure can.
That'd be great. If anybody wants to shop here, you have to have a mask, and here is the policies.
I edited out the part where she talks about who she is and also where she is, just for the sake of not having people go harass her. But she talks about the policies, which a company is absolutely entitled to have, and pretty much everywhere requires you to wear a mask. But for some reason, these whiny children just can't put a mask on, which takes literally less than a second. It's genuinely one of the easiest things a human being can possibly do. It takes no effort, it takes no time, and it's not that big of a fucking deal. Just some fucking misbehaving children. You can't tell me what to do. I don't want to do this. I'm gonna throw a fucking temper tantrum and I'm gonna throw my Legos on that side of the room and you can't stop me. Fuck you. I'm putting this on Facebook.
But you're pretty chipper. You're pretty chipper. Huh? You're happy?
Why not be?
Why are you happy?
Yeah, buddy. Why are you happy when she's clearly not happy? Because she's unhappy, no one in the world is allowed to be happy. If there was a kid with an ice cream cone and a smile on their face, this woman would go over and slap that shit right out of their hands. And do you know why? It's because she's unhappy. So why the fuck is anyone else allowed to be happy? But yeah, anyway, these are the most recent Karen sightings. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more as the floodgates are starting to open. So stay tuned for more incredible Karen antics out in society. That's about it. See ya.